Good afternoon, students. In today's class, we are going to discuss about a program. We are going to solve one program. So this is the previous TCS Codevita program, Python program for consecutive prime sum. In previous class, we learned the programs that to find a prime number. Find the given number is prime number or not. Find prime number. Now, so based on this program, we learn that how to print prime numbers from 1 to n range. 1 to n range. And we write Python program to find prime numbers between m to n. Okay, that means we learn that how to find a prime numbers for given a range, given a range. So that means if I give the n value 100, now from 1 to 100 we have some prime numbers. Those prime numbers we are going to print on monitor. Okay. In today's class, we are going to write a program for to find consecutive prime sum. Consecutive prime sum. Okay. So first we are going to see the problem description. Python program for consecutive prime sum. In this consecutive prime sum, I hope you all are know what is prime number. Consecutive prime number is nothing but some prime numbers. Some prime numbers can be expressed as a sum of other consecutive prime numbers. So, for example, the 20. So, if I give the n value equals to 20, in this 20, from 1 to 20, we have some prime numbers. For example, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. These are the prime numbers. I hope we all know that how to find prime numbers in a given range. You know, here we are going to find that so some prime numbers can be expressed as sum of other consecutive prime numbers. So, for example, if you see the 5, number 5 is the sum of two consecutive prime numbers, 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 equals to 5. So, we say that so 5 is a prime number that can be expressed as sum of other consecutive prime numbers. Other consecutive prime numbers are 2, 3. So 2, 3 are so sequentially prime numbers. These are represent sequentially. So 2 plus 3 equals to 5. So 5 is a consecutive prime number. Similarly, so 2 plus 3 plus 5. So 2 plus 3 plus 5. What is the answer here? 10. But 10 is not a prime number. 10 is not a prime number. Take another case. 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7. That means 70. 70. So we check 17 is a prime number. Yes, 17 is also prime number. So this is the, if we given the number 20, the consecutive prime numbers are 2. One is 5, another one is 17. Okay, so these two are the consecutive prime numbers. If we give the input 20, I hope everyone understand what is consecutive prime number. So what is consecutive prime number? Some prime numbers can be expressed as sum of other consecutive prime numbers. Okay, so if I give the input 20, now output is 2. What are the two consecutive prime numbers? 5 and 7. So below 20, there are two such numbers. One is 5, another one is 17. So 5 is a combination of 2 plus 3. 17 is a combination of 2 plus 3 plus, so 5 plus 7. 5 plus 7. Okay. Here, the input format. The input format is, the first line contain a number n. That means if I give 20, the output the total number of all such prime numbers which are less than or equals to n. So here, if I give the 20, the output is 2. So what is the two numbers? One is 5, another one is 17. If I give input 15, if I give input 15, what is the expected output? That is 1. Only 5 is the less than 15. Only the 5 is the prime number which have satisfied these conditions. So how we solve this problem? So how we solve this problem? So how I solve this problem is, first I'm going to find the prime numbers. If I give the number 20, for example, if I give the number 20, for this 20, I'm going to print, I'm going to find the prime numbers. For example, last class we discussed that how to find the prime numbers. For 20, the prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. Okay, so these are the prime numbers. Now, in this program, I store all these prime numbers in a list. In a list. In previous programs, we print these values. Now, in this program, I store all these values, all these numbers in one list, L. For example, this is the list here. The list contains 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. Okay. If I give 20, then if I give 20, then the prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. All these numbers are stored in a list. Okay. So to the next step, you are going to find consecutive prime numbers. So I take a variable sum, and I find the summation here. For example, I start from here. So I'm going to check that I take the initially sum equals to 0. After that, I'm going to check that the sum here, the 2, is added here 2, and it is matched with this list or not. For example, here, so 2 plus 3, at some point, it is 5. At this point, I'm starting from 1 here. I start from here, 3. At some point, the 2 plus 3 equals to 5. That means every time I'm checking that L of I, L of I, so this is the L of I, equals to sum. Here I'm going to find the summation here, 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. So I take this 5, I check that L of I. That means here I'm taking 2 loops. So for I in range of length of L, and every time I'm going to check that for J in L, in this I in range, I start from first one. So why here I am going to find the summation? So I start from here 3. Okay. So we execute this program. Here, if L of I equals to sum, then 2 plus 3 equals to 5. Then I take a variable count. Then initially I'm taking the count as a 0, and I increment the count value. Okay. In this case, 2 plus 3 equals to 5. The count is incremented. Another time, 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7, 17. So count incremented another time. Okay. So the count, finally at the end of the program, you are going to print the count value. We are going to print the count value. If the count value equals to 3, that means 3 consecutive prime numbers are in this list. If the count value equals to 2, then there are 2 consecutive prime numbers. Okay. Now we write the program. First, we are going to write the code for to find prime numbers. We are going to read n value. So n equals to int of input, and we are going to use one math module. So first you are going to import the math module. Import math. So next, I'm going to take a list, empty list. So this list I'm going to use to store prime numbers. So this list I'm going to use to store prime numbers. So I take this L as a empty list, and I take one count value. It's a count variable, and initially it is 0. Okay. Now I'm going to write a program to find the prime numbers up to the n value for I in range of 2 comma n plus 1. Already I explained this code in previous class. For I in range of 2 comma n plus 1, for j in range of 2 comma int of math dot strt of I plus 1 plus 1. Okay, so every time we are going to check if I percentage j equals to 0, break. We are going to write the else for block, else l dot append. Append function is used to append the value to the list. Okay. So before find the consecutive prime, we are going to print the n value. Before execution, we save the program. Equals here plus. If I give number 20, all the prime numbers are stored in this list. If you observe that, if I give 20, so these are the prime numbers. We execute one more time. If I give 100 here, now all these are the prime numbers stored in the list L. Okay. So now what we are going to do? We are going to find the consecutive prime numbers. So for example, we execute one more time. If I give 10 here, 10 here. Now, so what is the expected output? If we give the 10, how many consecutive prime numbers here? Only 1, only 5. So 2 plus 3, 5. Okay, that means here we start the loop from 0. So for example, here if I give n equals to 10, then what is the L value? L equals to 2 comma 3, 5, 7. So these are the prime numbers. Now, so this is the list and these are the indexes. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Here we are going to find the summation. So we are going to start the loop from this L of 1. So L of 1 here. And we are going to take that the length of L. So what is the length of L here? 1, 2, 3, 4. That means 1 comma 4. What is the range of 1 comma 4? It returns 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. So every time we are going to check that what is the L of 1? L of 1 equals to 3. Equals to 3. Now we are going to take the L value and we are going to find the summation. So 2. So first initially I am taking the sum that equals to 0. Now we can check that sum equals to sum L. What is the first element in L? 2. So first iteration it becomes 2. 2 equals to 3. False. So in second iteration it becomes 3. 2 plus 3, 5. So 5 equals to 3. False. And 5 is greater than C. So we terminate the loop. Okay, this is the logic here. The logic I follow is, so this is the L value 2357. I start the loop from first index, that means 357. In first iteration, I'm going to check that the summation of the before the values, the previous values. To find the 5 is a consecutive prime number. How we can find the previous numbers? 2, 3 become 5. So we are going to increment the found value. Okay, if the summation is greater than 5, then we break the loop here. In this case, the first iteration, it is the 3, but the summation of 2 plus 3 is 5. So 5 equals to 3, false. So we terminate the loop and take the second number, 5 here. Okay, we write the program. So after that, we are going to discuss one more time. Okay, what here? Here we are going to do, write one for loop. For I in range of, we start from 1 comma length of L. So length of L here. I'm taking the variable sum. So take s equals to 0, and I take another variable j in L here. So what is the j value in first iteration? 2 here. Okay, so first we write the code and I check that s equals to L of I equals to L of I. Then you are going to increment the count value. Count equals to count plus 1. Initially I am taking the count value equals to 0. And we check another condition. If sum, yes, if sum, yes, so greater than L of I, greater than L of I, we break the loop here. We break the loop. And after you are going to, at the end of the program, you are going to print the count value. Print count value. Okay, that's it. So we discuss one more time. So first, if I give 20, so 20. Now, so this is the L value. This is the L value here. This is the L value. L equals to. So this is the L value. Now, so what we are trying to find here? So this is the L value. So these are the numbers, and so these are the representation of these numbers. So this is the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, in first iteration, I'm going to start from here. Why? Here, no need to find the summation here. Start from first location. So I start the loop 1 comma length of L. What is the length here? The length is 8 here. 8. 1 comma 8. So 1 comma 8. Range of 1 comma 8. Then what is the sequence here? 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5, 6, 7. Okay. In first iteration, what is the one I value? I value is 1. Yes. I equals to 1. S equals to 0. And enter into this loop. J in L here. What is the L here? The L values are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. Okay, here I'm checking that. Yes, yes equals to L of I. What is the yes here? S equals to 0. 0 equals to what is L of I? False. So enter into this block, increment. So it is false. Sorry, here we miss one. Let's wait. Here we are going to write whenever you enter into this block, you update the S value. Here you write one more instruction. S equals to S plus J. Okay, so S equals to 0, 0 plus 2 here. That means 2. Now we can check 2 equals to 3. False. False. After you check, yeah, 2 greater than 3. So this is also false. So 2. So go to next value. Next iteration, J value 3. S value 5. So 2 plus 3, 5. To check, so 5 equals to 3. False. 5 greater than 3. Yes, it is true. So break. Now here two for loops are there. This for loop will be terminated and go to here. Next iteration, what is the I value? I value I equals to 2 now. So S equals to again 0. J in L again the J value is 2. So S equals to 2 now. So after that you are going to find 2 equals to 5. False. 2 greater than 5. False. Go to next iteration. Now the J value becomes 3. So 2 plus 3, 5. Some value equals to 5. 5 equals to 5. Yes, it is true. It is true. So increment the count value. Initially you are taking the count value equals to 0. Here increment the count value. So the count becomes 1 here. Count equals to 1 here. So after you check the 5 greater than L of I. No. 5 greater than? No. So increment. Next iteration, so 10 greater than 5 is also print here. Okay. Next iteration, again it starts from, you take the 3, 7. You're going to find the summation of these 3. 2 plus 3 plus 5. 10 greater than 7, false. The next iteration, you take 11. 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7. This is 17 greater than 11, so it is false. Next iteration, 13. Summation of these 3. So 2 plus 3, 5 plus 7, it is 17. So break. Next iteration, 17. 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7, 17 equals to 17. So again you are going to increment the count value and after that break. In 19, so 2 plus 3, 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 11, it is false. So break. At the end of the program, the count value becomes 2 here. Now you are going to print the count value. That's it. I hope everyone understand the logic. Okay. Here, whenever you enter into this block, you are going to write that sum equals to S equals to S plus J. S plus J. At the end of the program, you are going to print the count value. Okay. Now we execute. If I give 20, see, it returns 2, 5 and 17. So these are the prime numbers. Execute one more time. If I give 10, if I give the number 15 or 10, we get the output as a 1. Okay, if you observe that the output is 1. Execute one more time. If I give 100, if I give 100 as input, so 3 numbers are there. So 3 consecutive numbers are there. For better understanding, we are going to print L of I here. Print L of I. Before incrementing, incrementing the count, we are going to know the what are the consecutive prime numbers. If I give 20, now if you observe the 5, 17, these are the two consecutive prime numbers. If I give 10, 10, now it prints only 5. So 5 is a consecutive prime number. If I give 100, if I give 100, all these are the prime numbers. In this, the consecutive prime numbers are 5, 70, 41. So 41. So this is the 41. This is a consecutive prime number. So this is also expressed as second 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 11 plus 13, 17. I think. Let's check that. So 41, 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 11 plus 13. Okay. So this is the consecutive prime number. Okay. Now, so this is the solution for this program. Now we remove all these things. Print L, and here also print L of. Now if we execute, we get the expected output. If we give 20, the output is also in one line. If we give 15, we give 15, then also it returns expected output. Okay. Now, one more time, we are going to discuss the problem here. If you execute this program in ideally, then it returns expected output only. If I give 20, we get the output 2. If we give 15, we get the output 1. But coming to TCS or Codevita, so TCS Codevita in PDQ, you get the error that time exceed. Time exceed. So what is time exceed? In our program, we write 4 for loops. If you observe that, in our program we write 4 for loops. So this is the for loop and this is the another for loop. Similarly, here also we write 2 for loops. That means the time complexity exceeds. When comparing to other programs, these time will be exceed. That means if there is any chance to find the consecutive prime number without using the 4 for loops, here this is the big O of n square. Okay, you need to remember all these things. Here time exceed means in your program you are using more for loops. If you observe that, how we can find the consecutive prime number here? First, you are going to find the list here. Yes. For example, here there is a consecutive prime number. Further, you are going to find the summation of all these numbers. Every time you are going to run this for loop. Okay. So that is the problem. Here, if you reduce one for loop, if you reduce the one for loop, then the time will be minimized. Okay, so here we are going to write the program with only one for loop. So these 2 for loops are necessary to find the primary number. Okay, but here we are using the 2 for loops. If you reduce one for loop, then we don't get the time exceed error. Okay, when you write any coding competition questions, you are going to get the exact output and expected output at a time. At the same time, you are going to execute the program with some time limit, with specific time limit. Here, if you are write the same program, we get the expected output, but we get the time exceed error. Okay, so how we can reduce that? This is another program. Okay. Here, so this is the program. what we are doing? So first we are going to find the prime numbers. Everyone, concentrate on this program. So for if I give the number 20, what are the prime numbers? 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. Okay. After that, I'm going to run a for loop for I in range of 0, comma length of L here. That means here I'm going to start from first location only. That means range of 0, comma length of L means what is the length here? 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, the length is 8. 0, comma 8 means it means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so these are the sequence. So range of 0, comma length of L means, so length of L means, so this is the range here. Okay, so now in first iteration, what's the L value? 0. What's the I value? I equals to 0. In first iteration, I equals to 0. So after that, we are going to find that C here. So what is the C? We are going to find the summation. So C equals to C plus L of I. What's L of I here? I means 0. L of I means 2. So 0 plus 2. So C equals to 2. And I am take one list here D. For this list D, I am going to append this. The 2 is appended to D here. So this is the D. After that, I am taking two sets. One is B set, another one is D set. Okay, so B set and D set. Here in this B set of L here. Set of, what is the set of L? So this is the set. So this is the L here. Now these values are assigned to a set. This is the set operation. So 2, comma, so 3, comma, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 17, 19. So this is the set here. And D equals to set of D. So this is the 2. So this is the another set. And after we are going to find Y. So Y equals to so B set dot intersect D set. So what is the B set here? So this is the B set here. And what is the D set here? This is the D set here. Now, if I perform the intersection, the Y we got only the values in this B set. That means 3, comma 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, and 19. Okay, so this is the Y. Now, so Q equals to set of Y. So what is the set of Y? So this is the Y minus set of E. So initially I am taking a set here, that is 2. That means Y minus E. That means Y is this and this is the 2. Okay. So set of Y minus set of E here. If you observe, this is the 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, and 2. Now, so Q is the, so what is the Q here? Set of Y minus set of E here. That is 2, 3, 5, 7. There is no the common values here. There is no common values here. That means the negation. There is no, I hope you all know the difference. So how we can find the difference means by using minus. Set of Y minus set of E here, we get nothing here. Okay. In next iteration, we are going to move to I. Again, we start from this E here now. Now 3. Again, you are going to find the C equals to C plus L of I. That means now 2 plus 3, 5. Now you append this 5 here. So 2, comma 5. So D set equals to set of L. DS equals to 2, comma 5. So after that, y equals to, so b set, that means 2 3 5 7 to d set, that means 2 comma 5. So intersections are now 2 comma 5. So 2 comma 5 is the answer here. Okay. So after that, so this is the q we are going to find. So q equals to, so 2 comma 5, 2 comma 5 minus 2 here, set e, set 2, and it returns q equals to 5. The q equals to 5. Now one value is stored in this q. Okay, in next iteration, so 2 plus 3 plus 5 becomes 10 here. The c value becomes 10. Now, so d equals to 2, 5, 10 here. So this is the d set, 2 comma 5 comma 10. Now you can compare this. So 2, 5, b set, that means the 2, 5. So these are the common numbers, 2 comma 5. Again, so 2, 5 minus set 2. Again, the 5 is stored in this queue. Next iteration, 7. You're going to find the 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7, 17. And this 17 is appended to D. And so set of L means the all the numbers, and set of D means, so this is the 2, 5, sorry, 17. Now you are going to check that this 17 is in this BS by using intersection. So now, so these common values are stored in this pi. Now we are going to find again set y minus set e. Now we get 5, 17. 5 comma 17. Okay, we execute this loop, for loop, at the end of the program. Only 5 and 17, these two numbers are stored in this queue. So these two numbers are stored in this queue. If you print length of this, then what is the length here? 2 is the output. Okay. If you print, if you give the n value equals to 100, n value equals to 100, then we get the output 5, 17, 41. 5, 17, 41. Now, what's the length of the queue here? 3. So you are going to print the 3 here. Okay. Now we write the program. So after that, we are going to discuss one more time. Okay. Here, I'm going to take L value and the C value here I'm taking, and I take one D empty list and C equals to 0. I'm taking a set here. I'm taking set E with the number 2 here. Okay, now I'm going to write the for loop. For I in range of 0 comma length of L here. Length of L. Every time I'm going to find the C value. C equals to C plus L of I. In first iteration, the value of the C is 2. D dot append C. So after that, I'm going to find the B set. B set equals to set of L. Every time the B set is all the prime numbers within the range. And D set equals to set of D. So why we are converting into the set? We are going to find the intersection. So how we can find the intersection means by using sets only. I am finding that y equals to b underscore set dot intersection dot intersection of d set. Okay, so after that you are going to find the q. Q equals to set of y minus set of t. That's it. Okay. At the end of the program, you are going to print length of q here, length of q. Okay, first we execute the program, we get the expected output or not. First we are going to check 2, yes, 20, we get the 2. If we give 100, the expected output is 3, yes, 3. If we give 15, the expected output is 1, yes, it prints 1 only. Now we are going to find these values. Okay, for example, here I am going to print L value. If I give the 10, 10, so 2357 is the answer here. So this is the L. In this, the consecutive prime number are 5 only. The consecutive prime number is 5 only. Now we try to print all these values. All these values. Here, so for 2357, we are going to enter into this loop 4 times. In first iteration, the L of I is 2. Next iteration 3. After that 5 and 7. So here I am going to print 4 times. We enter into this block. We are going to check that these values. So B set and D set. And we are going to print Y also. Print Y here. So after that, we are going to print Q also. Print Q. Okay. To differentiate each iteration, we are going to print stars. Okay. Execute the program. We give small input 10. I want to give 10 equals to 10. Okay. So these are the outputs. If I give 2, 3, 10, these are the prime numbers 2, 3, 5, 7. In first iteration, the 2 is here. Okay. So 2, 3, 5, 7, and just wait. Okay, for better understanding. Okay. So this is the L value. So C equals to C plus Li. So D dot append means the 2 is appended to C. So after that, we are going to print these two values. So B set and D set. So B set means 2, 3, 5, 7. The L is converted as a set and the C is only 2. Okay, so these two instructions. So 2, 3, 5, 7, D means 2. So we find the intersection. B set dot intersection. In this 2, 3, 5, 7, the intersection is 2. Okay, the common element is 2. So Y is 2 here. This is the print Y. So after that, so set Y. What is the Y here? 2 minus E here. What's the E? Initially I'm taking E equals to 2. If you minus, we get the empty set. We get the empty set. So that is Q here. That's why it is empty set. Okay. In next iteration, again, 2, 3, 5, 7 is the B. And we append 5 here. The next number 3 is added to C. That means 2 plus 3, 5. And append to D here. 2, 5. And Y. So print Y means 2, 5. Now you are going to find the minus 2, 5 minus, what is the E here? 2. So 2, 5 minus 2, the difference is only 5. 5. So 5 is stored in Q here. Okay. In next iteration, again 2, 3, 5, 7 is B. The D is 2, 5 and 10. So that means in first iteration 2 is appended. Second iteration 2, 3, 5 is appended. In third iteration, 2, 3 plus 5, 10 is appended. Again, you are going to find the intersection for these two. That is, intersection is 2, 5. Again, you are going to find the difference. So 2 comma 5, 5 minus 5 minus, sorry, minus 2. Now the difference is 5 here. So the Q is 5. Okay, I hope everyone understand the problem. So how we solve this problem? If I give for same input, if I give 20, so all these are the iterations. Okay, we observe that. So this is the 5. Next iteration, we get the 17.5. In every iteration, get the 17.5 only. Why? So before 20, we have only two consecutive prime numbers. Similarly, if you give the input, 43, sorry, 100. Now you get the output 3 here. So all these are the iterations. You get the 3 here. We observe that in first iteration, we get the empty set. Why? So 2 minus 2. Next iteration, 5. The next iteration, 17, 5. Next, all the iterations up to here, we get 17, 5. After that, 41, 5, 17. That's it. In all the remaining iterations also, you get 41, 5, 17 is the output. You observe that. So 5, 41, 17. 17, 5, 41. Okay, only these three numbers. At the end of the program, you are going to print the length of this set. So we get the we get the 3 here. Okay. So in this way, we are going to reduce the time complexity also. Okay. If you practice well, you are going to reduce the problems like this. First, you are going to find that whether it is a prime number or not. So after that, you are going to use the math function to reduce the time complexity. So after that, you are going to learn that how to print the prime numbers in between range. So after you are going to find the consecutive prime number. What is consecutive prime number? So after by using 4 for loops, you are going to write the program, but you get the time complexity, time exceed error. So we can reduce this with the help of sets. Here we are using only one for loop. Okay. So delete all these instructions. Anybody have any doubts regarding this program? If you feel confused, then execute this program and try to write the iterations on paper. Okay, if you write the iterations on paper, so after that you are going to execute this program by printing like this, the print B set, D set, and print Y and Q. Then you understand the solution very easily. Okay, so this is the end of the class today. Thank you all. Meet in tomorrow class. Thank you.